We are at the Israel Museum in Jerusalem, and early morning I took a video, and we built together the city and the temple according to the model that we can find here or can see here at the Jerusalem Museum. And this is how it looks like. But this is one thing. To find some evidence is other things, and what I'm going to show you are evidence from archaeological evidence. Some of them I showed to you when I visit it before, but it was a replica. We are looking at the most important part. Let's start with that. You can see here an inscription, part of it, and there's another one which we actually, I think the Turkish, the Ottomans found, and now it's in Istanbul. Part of it are in Greek, part of it is in Latin, and actually tells something to non-Jews. Non-Jews could visit the temple, but when they reached that area, I cannot see here, there was a fence and say, from here you cannot enter. From here only Jews can enter, and if you will enter, it's the end of your life. No foreigner shall enter, it's called. And it looks like that. This is from Istanbul. Then this is one of the stones that we found at the Jewish temple. Another thing that we found, and I talked about it in my videos, is at the corner there, right here. It fell from the temple that the Romans destroyed at 70 AD, and you can see here, and this is totally original, Lebet Atkia al-A, and it's in English, it's the place of the trumpeting. The idea is that he was standing there and announced things. For example, Shabbat is entering now, you cannot work anymore. Or the temple is open for visiting and for sacrification. Or this is the first day of the new month of. Then in that case, we found it. This is an ossuary, not connected to the temple, but it actually tells us that it's the son of the high priest. Pa-pa-pam. Another thing that I want you to look at, and it's difficult to see the columns here. Look at the capital, because what you can see here is the capital, one of so many. Only here at the royal area, we had 160 capitals covered with gold. Another thing that I already talked about is an ossuary, the place to put the bones, and it says Simon, the one who built the temple. Then one of the building, another one who built the temple, which is amazing. And something that is not less amazing is the half shekel that you have to give to the temple. And until 2 months ago, I had one. I don't find it anymore. Someone took it from my bag. And it cost me a lot of money, but I wanted the people that I was guiding to touch it. It's mentioned in so many places, and it cost a lot of money even at that time. When you reach the temple, you had to switch it to different coins, because that is included Hercules, which is not a Jewish god. Then in that case, mentioned in the Bible, when 1 shekel, when I think it was St. Peter asked Jesus in Capernaum, we have to pay money for the Caesar. We have to pay money. And he said, then go to the sea, catch a fish, and you will find 1 shekel. What for the Caesar is for the Caesar. 30 coins of shekel is of Judas. Important. And here is another evidence for the menorah in the temple. We found it in the in the temple. We found it in the now it's a museum, the Jewish Quarter of today, in the upper city. And the importance of it is that someone who drew it saw the temple, because it was made before the temple had been destroyed. And one more thing, and connected to the video of the model that I took, takes you to that inscription which I already talked about, but now you can see the original. Theodosius Synagogue. Remember, that synagogue was active at the time of the Jewish temple. And that shows us that the temple, there's no connection between synagogues and temple. Synagogues were a house of study, community place. If we're talking about Jesus, Jesus was walking from one synagogue to one synagogue and preach. But 3 times a year, everyone had to go all the way to Jerusalem, because the high priest used to pray for them. And Jesus did it as well. Guys, if you liked that video, please subscribe to my channel. If you want to support my channel, because I'm not working because of the war, you can do that too. And it's not the end of the video. Soon we will talk about a few more things. Then in that case, look at the button, a like button next to it. You will see a shape of a heart button. And second option is at the description. You can see 2 links, one of PayPal, the other one of Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you very much, but it's not the end of the video. Why it's not the end of it? Because if we talked about the temple that King Herod built, let me show you the tombstone of his that we found lately, 2010. Here it is. Found it in a Rhodium, which is not so far away from Jerusalem. It was smashed into small pieces. Then we didn't find everything, but you can see how impressive it used to be. And why it was smashed into pieces, in small pieces, because the Jews didn't like him. Although he built the Jewish temple, he didn't get the mission from God, like King Solomon. Then this is a Rhodium. And we found the tombstone here, and I'm waiting for her to... I wanted to see how... All right, yes, the building is mausoleum. Right there. And this is it then. Thank you for being with me in that only 8 minutes. Not so far. I mean, it's not a long video, but still a very important one. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.